Hunter saves it. Hunter Hughes is coming around. Here comes Colton Garner. It's Hunter Hughes!
Turn 4 for the final time. Who's got more ponies? Checkered flag out. Bluegrass 150 goes to Ian.
And welcome back to the Daily Dribble Podcast, guys. As always, I'm your host, Nick Zammit.
Good, get the name out there. It's like, hey, Joseph Newgarden, you're the guy with the sperm commercial. Yeah.
After 9 action-packed races, a Wednesday night on iRacing.com can only mean one thing. Another running of Wednesday Night Dash, but none in recent history any grander. We head to the heartland of America for the grand finale of season number 14. Another champion set to be crowned after action-packed racing for 2.5 months. This is the Showtime Esports Manager Championship race. Happy to have you with us here one more time in season number 14 of Wednesday Night Dash. For Showtime Esports Productions, my name is Jackson Lambros, and we've said it a couple times here, nothing short of well-spread racing from flag to flag, no matter where we've been, whether it's been Mexico City, Gateway, Talladega, a handful of different winners, 7 from round number 1 all the way to round number 9, and what that has done is kept a lot of our guys in the championship fight. Let's take a look here right now. Dawson Buchanan coming in as your championship leader, but Tyler Chaney just behind is going to get that pole position bonus. He'll need every single point he can tonight to close that gap. Again, just 8 points separating the two of them. But Chris Fuge as well as Hunter Hughes are still within this mix. You consider Chris Fuge, he shocked himself with how strong he was in the middle of this season, saying, I'm just taking this one race at a time. I'll do everything I can to stay in the championship fight, but it's nothing I'm really thinking about. You look further back, though, the 18 of Hunter Hughes, very hot, cold season for him to get started, was able to turn up the wick and find something from about from about round 6 onwards. He has found himself right in this mix as well. In terms of your team standing as well, we'll take a look very quickly as well. Brought to you by Showtime Esports Production, and it's become essentially a runaway here. SMR looking to lock things up as your team champions. Getting ready to go here for 60 laps from the world-famous Michigan International Raceway. Let's break it down here, as we're in Brooklyn, just a stone's throw from Michigan, 2 miles long, 18 degrees of banking on the turns, 12 through the tri-oval. They have got plenty first from Sir Isaac Newton to lean on in terms of rolling this speed in one of the fastest speedways in North America, in the world, home of the Michigan 500, home of formerly the USA 500. And what will be a perfect setting to bring us out of the 14th season of Wednesday Night Dash. Here's how they'll line up for the final time here this season, as it is indeed Tyler Chaney on pole in the number 7, getting that extra point. He'll be alongside Garrett Jarnigan, with Dawson Buchanan and Hunter Hughes just behind. 3 of your championship contenders in those front 2 rows. You look a little bit further back, Matthew Faust, Jacob Barker, Robert Lewis, and Lane Snow rounding out your top 8. Then it's JP Jones and Jax Malin a little bit further back. Chris Fuge all the way back in P11. He's back there, row number 6 with his brother Wesley. Then it's Connor just behind with the pack of Fuge from 11th back to 13th. Puntarelli and John Miles in 14th and 15th. DJ Fluck is 16th with Bill Molefield rounding out your field of 18. 60 laps, green-white checkers. They've practiced for 40. They qualified for 5. They go for 60 to determine a champion for the 14th time. It's Buchanan's salutes. He's got to defend it, but he's got to get going as soon as possible. Garnigan, Chaney on the front row. Let's crown a champion and for the final time. Let's go racing in season 14. Buchanan breaking out early. And we're already under caution. Oh, Lucas Puntarelli with drama. Take a look at the restart. Florida kid living in Michigan now, obviously going to school at MSU. And it was JP Jones going around in that maniacal touch from Jax Malin to bump the 21 to the top line. And all the 85 could do was simply watch him plow in. And your IRWS winner from last evening at Spa-Francorchamps can only watch. So a pole position for Tyler Chaney will give him that bonus point of 1. He'll pick up another right here as well. Both on the pole and now leading a lap. Getting the pole, leading a lap, leading the most laps, and getting the fastest laps. All give you 1 point apiece. So maximum payout of 4 additional points. You're able to pull all of those off. Chris Fuge able to pick up a spot there, by the way. Lane Snow been having a couple of connection issues, sidelining him this month. And this is looking like it might be the case again. The American Airlines number 5. Based out for a little bit there. I think he's okay. Oh boy, and I gotta double check my my point system here. See where he ends up. So looking at your championship outcomes here, if Dawson finishes P4 or better, it is not possible to catch him in the standings, even if Tyler gets second, sweeps all the bonus points. Dawson finishes 5th and Tyler sweeps all the bonus points, we would have a tie. Dawson holds a solid lead over Tyler, but Tyler wins and collects that bonus point, finishes 6th or worse. Tyler would take the title. Dawson finishes 5th, again, we would have a tie. For Chris Fuge to win, going to be a little bit more difficult. Would need to win, sweep the bonus points, and for Dawson to finish 8th or worse. Chris obviously would also need to finish ahead of Tyler and 2 spots ahead of him for him to at least tie as well. Hunter Hughes, half-court shot for him. Dawson would need to finish 20th or worse with no bonus points. I see us only going to P18 tonight. So that is unfortunately not going to be possible for Hunter Hughes. We'll also note that I do not have the point systems position by position here. We'll have to figure that out as well as we go. Lights out on the Mustang safety car. We gotta say pace car since we're turning left only. And what a story it's been this season for Tyler Chaney. Got his first win in his second go at it. Won again just last weekend in Mexico City to punch his ticket to being in the battle. Your first and second in the standings are right here on the front row, and Hunter Hughes, just behind in that 18 Toyota, is ready to kick over some sandcastles. Chris Fuge up one position as well. Correction, Wesley Fuge up into P10 now. Could the brothers potentially help him move forward? We'll try that restart one more time. Chaney down low, Buchanan up top. Hughes right behind him. We got the green in Michigan. Look at this, Buchanan wasting zero time going to the bottom of the racetrack. Jarnigan trying to do the same on Hughes. Chaney not backing out of it up top. And Chaney knows that this is a championship that's got to be won on a track, not just being ahead of Buchanan, but doing so by a handful of positions. Will have to be a move stuck by the 7 in praying that that number 4 is going to be thrown to the wolves. That fastest lap not doing him any favors. That's another bonus point now to Dawson. Really offline, ripping the top through 1 and 2. As now enter Hunter Hughes, the 18 Fusion Toyota. The two teammates, the 18 and the 7, have simply put dueled all season long. And you get the feeling that with the title on the line, I'm not sure if that's going to change. Jacob Barker, look at this. 12 Chevy, the Moses Sim Racing machine, trying to enter the fray as well, sweeping the bow of Hunter Hughes. He'll slot in P3. Always good at racing here at Michigan because of just how it races. Because you've got the distance where you need to draft, you need to tuck behind like a super, but you don't have the banking of a Talladega or a Daytona for you to really pin the throttle. You've got to drive it like a Texas, like a traditional speedway, while dealing with Michigan Talladega levels of speeds well north of 190. Ooh, big lick on the outside wall, both for Barker and Chaney. Will definitely help Hughes here on the inside into turn number 3. Big Snow's got the American Airlines number 5 and P5. Looking for more. Hughes and Barker still locking horns on the front straightaway. Barker now gets the clear from his spotter again. He's back up into P3. Looking for a little bit more. Now we enter the Peloton stage, 10 laps in. As all of these guys are just trying to not necessarily go bumper to bumper, but understand they got to go in line here to try and close this gap. And look at how big this has grown. Buchanan fastest on track, but not really able to break away right now. All the way back to the 89, Matthew Faust, you see that red and white machine. Now trying to track down Garrett Jarnigan. Jax Malin trying to tow brothers Fuge into the mix. It is still anybody's game here. 11 laps in. The second place, Chaney running a little bit high here. Saw Barker think about a move there. He actually popped out too early. That's left him exposed to Hughes. As both of them now go to the bottom of the racetrack. Chaney, the only guy to really try ripping top here. I'm not sure if he's doing that intentionally, where that front end just has no bite on that 7 right now. And gets a smidge into the wall as well. That'll give the 32 of Jarnigan an opportunity down low. Here goes Barker again for second. Got the nose ahead. Is there a little bit less air resistance running the top line? Both Hughes and Chaney think so. As everybody's starting to stack up behind him. Look at this. 2x2 racing. Behind, now they get out. Single file again. Look at this, sent further back. Wesley Fuge to the inside the Dayquil 7. Pulls up a chair. Where on earth did the 68 come from? It's the wrong Fuge to fight out in front for the championship, but the 68, the teammate of Chaney, has found something. Oh, big hit on the outside there for Faust. That's been a hot topic at these kind of intermediate speedways. You can do that a handful of times, but you keep doing it. That sheet metal on the outside is not indestructible. But you can throw a blanket over this battle. We've gone back now to P9 in conversation for this lead. Oh, risky. What are you trying to do there, Wesley? Makes contact with the 9 of Malin, goes up. Here comes Chris now in the 49. Watch the chrome number, the black and red trying to go through. Now Brian McKinney, Nick Warboy wants a piece of the action. 3 wide for P10 into turn number 3. How long can this hold? And the Fuge brothers go at it for that bubble. Chris needs every single point he can get right now. This half-court shot. And Wesley is treating it like any other race. Now Chris finally able to work on through. They both lose a position in that battle, though. The 27 of Warboy sneaking by both of them. What a battle this has been. Wesley's still not giving up. Now he's got the switchback. Two-time podium sitter Robert Lewis in the 14, just behind, a race winner at that. Back to 3 wide. Working to the front stretch, not there. Not enough to get to McKinney just yet. Warboy holding them both off. Malin and Faust just in front, giving him the tow. Check back in, out in front. It's been a little bit of a breakaway now. 1.2 the gap from Hughes to Snow, but Hunter, Jacob Parker, Tyler Chaney, and Dawson Buchanan kind of stay in this battle pack out in front. Oh, both Chaney and Barker wide there. And trying to roll as much speed to the outside as possible. That might be a notable hit, though, as that is the first time Chaney's dropped down from P2. Is there something awry in that 7. Or is he able to fight back? Doing these guys 0 favors right now. And closing that gap to Buchanan, by the way. Talking about this battle as well for the best lap points. That is none of your championship contenders right now. Actually going to Lane Snow. 38.049. Nearly a full 10th up from the field. So I think using the draft of the 4 cars in front has gotten a monster run. But just has had nowhere to put it. And as we're a third into the race, Lane Snow, a lot of these guys on the outside of the championship contention. You see Barker doing it right now, battling for the podium. But Lane Snow is doing the exact same, taking a pivotal point off the table for what is now your championship 3. Very hard for me not to make the cars kind of comparison here in the form of the champion, the runner-up, and the rookie. Dawson Buchanan, obviously the champion. He comes here defending it from the tail end of last year in the O'Reilly's cars and has done so a handful of times. We got the caution out again here, so I'll keep it going. Oh, no, that's big. Oh, that's Chris Fuge. And then there were 2. That drops a big dog out of the running. Oh, collects Wesley in the process as well. Oh my goodness. Bigger hit as well. I think Jax Malin got a piece of it. John Miles as well. You saw a hint of green and yellow there. Did the John Green machine get in there as well? Oh man. How bad is that damage for Chris Fuge right now? There we go, check in right now. Oh, he's not in voice. Damn it. Well, I gotta check for my pit boss in race update anyway. I gotta adjust my properties here. Caution out, lap number 22. Dawson Buchanan has led a lap. He provisionally has that lap's lead bonus as well. Nobody getting that fastest lap. This pit stop could be huge. Huge. Look at this. Everybody coming into pit row. Pivotal execution here. And do you potentially go for 2? Try and save time. Barker going for 4. Hughes on it. Hughes right in front. Oh, look at this. Hunter Hughes gonna win the drag race off pit row. And the guy who's been up and down all season long is trying to end the championship and end this campaign with an up. I feel like bugging Jacob Barker. He's been good at he's been good with me, so we'll drag him in here for our pit boss in race update. Hi Jake, you've been kidnapped. It's the pit boss in race update. Can you hear me, sir?
I've been kidnapped. That's terrifying.
All right, bud.
Hey, buddy.
So you come in here, not in the championship fight. Is the game plan just to kind of run out in front and kick over some sandcastles?
The plan is to do what I think is best for myself. I know that's selfish, but I'm here to win. I'm here to hopefully close out this season on a good note. But if we can also help Hunter get the title, that's I would say that's number 2 for me right now. But I mean, it just depends on how the cards play out.
Good deal. I'll leave you to it. Best of luck.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yep. Jacob Barker driving the number 12 for Blue Ridge Racing. Again, trying to end on a high note here. He'll start on the outside. Just alongside there, your championship leader, Dawson Buchanan. Ball rolls back to the bottom of the hill, but again, he's been able to do that before. Can I get this read in time? We'll try and figure that out. Today's championship race is presented by Showtime Esports Manager. Showtime Esports Manager is a comprehensive platform designed to simplify and streamline the management of esport leagues and tournaments. From scheduling and registrations to standings, results, and automation, it easily replaces spreadsheets and manual processes with a centralized, easy-to-use system. Manage your first league or tournament for free at ShowtimeEsports.com. They'll be the full-time sponsor for us next season when we move back over to the NASCAR trucks. We've got a road race at St. Petersburg as well. We got to focus back on the Cups here because we got Chaney and Hughes on the front row and the AMA teammates ready to bring us back to green on lap number 25 from Michigan. Parker getting to it quick, trying to get the nose ahead. Chaney looking for somewhere he can slot in. He doors the outside of Parker. And now Parker gets the rear bumper from Buchanan. He says, "You are not in this championship. You are not the main character. I do not need you here right now." And Mr. Relevant finds himself back on the scene. Barker trying to block lane snow for P3 now. First lap led for Hunter Hughes. Chaney needs to fend off from Buchanan. And pray to God Almighty that Hughes, Barker, and the remainder of this field swallows that number 4 machine hole. But unfortunately, as per usual, that P2AG drones machine is dialed in. Made quick work of both of these Toyotas on the maiden start. Is he going to be able to do the same here as we reach the halfway point? Jacob Barker doing a little bit to help. And this is very much damage control. Look at this. We saw it earlier. Buchanan is not afraid to use the chrome horn on a guy who's coming in here to kick over some sandcastles. Lane Snow just behind Jax. Malin finds himself into the picture as well. Garrett Jarnigan, Matthew Faust, John Miles, Nick Warboy rounding out your top 5, lap 27. See it relative to the cars around him right now. Buchanan just able to roll that speed a little bit better mid-corners and rotate. That's why he's getting these monster runs to be able to send it on the inside of Barker. Barker trying to block, not clear yet. Buchanan off throttle. It's back in line. This is going to be, plain and simple, very close at the tail end. 40 points for your race leader. And I believe it's 35 and back for everybody else. Trying to do the points as they run right now. It is very hard to do that. And these guys are racing the snot out of one another. Oh, Jax Malin, big save for the 9. I think that outer right gripped the wall a little bit, almost like hit the 9 off the exit at 2. Is able to save it. Scary stuff there. Seeing silence from me right now because I'm trying to do the live math right now. Unfortunately for DJ Clark, he's getting an announcer to try and do this. That's a fancy way of saying he's getting a words guy to do this and not a numbers guy. Fastest lap still going to Lane Snow, by the way, so that is still off the table. And Hunter Hughes not only getting the lead, but building a lead right now. 6/10 the gap from Hughes to Buchanan. Draft no longer a factor. These guys are going to have to work together to try and get back to that 18. See it on the left-hand side of your see it on the left-hand side of your screen right now. Best lap, and it is indeed Lane Snow. Buchanan still the most dialed in of the remainder of them. He's got to find another half a tenth or so. That is not easy when you are essentially wide open for the remainder of this lap. Based on my very bad math right now, it is indeed looking like Dawson Buchanan still as your championship leader. As again, crucially, Buchanan is off of the lead, but he's got Chaney a handful of cars behind. Good run now for Garrett Jarnigan as well, who looks to potentially make that another position gun. Other question we need to ask here as well, lift and coast, is that going to be a factor? Can these guys go to the end on one tank of Sunoco race fuel? Or will they have to come back in? Tires more than likely will last. We go green all the way to the checkered here. Is this going to be enough? Here comes Jarnigan to the inside. Chaney boxed in. These guys are racing hard against one another. And they'll lock horns on the front straightaway. Chaney been using that top line to hold strong. And hugs it into turn number 1, is able to survive another lap. That has been Very costly for Chaney, though. You can see in front of you how much that battling has costed them. Connor Fuge did come back out after that crash earlier on. He is 1 lap down, by the way. Last on track, but in first, Hunter Hughes out of the championship fight now, but this could be another point taken off the table. Most laps led. And I need to double check my math here, but this is going to be what looks to be about a 20 lap split right now, because Hughes has taken off and built a gap for this third section. Pretty much exactly after Buchanan did it from lap 1 to 20. Slowly but surely reeling him in. It's not just getting a good exit, but getting an exit where the car in front of you is punching that hole in the air, and you're able to get that draft, get that run on the exit. "20 laps to go here from our 7th trip to Michigan International Speedway." Colton Gardner and Eric Richardson tied at 2 wins each. Tyler Vickery and Dawson Buchanan also having wins here to their name. Buchanan led a couple tonight. He came into this weekend with the most laps led at 82. Hunter Hughes is no stranger to being out in front as well. Came in with 58 front running to his name. Eric Richardson at 56. At 50. Jax Malin at 4. DJ Fluck, in his own notes to me, said really has 3. Mark Vickers as well has 2. Buchanan looking to make a move here on his rival Hunter Hughes. But again, we got to remind you, Chaney back in P4 needed to finish this race in front of the 4 to have any hopes of being the upset here in this championship battle. And as it stands right now, maybe that's why you're seeing a little bit of reservation right now from Buchanan. He knows Chaney's a second and change back. He knows he's battling with Jacob Barker. For the first time in a while, that never-ending dominance of Buchanan is saying, let's take it easy for a while. Chaney, however, trying to fight back, has the nose ahead of Buchanan, battling for that final spot on the podium. Chaney proved to us earlier, Highline's actually the place to be into turn number 1 with a little bit of door-to-door contact, though. He's looking to make it work down low. Into one all the way down to the yellow line. But Barker is not giving up. Now lifts off. Barker able to hold on to P3. Now you see Jarnigan and Warboy, the Cracker Barrel 32, the Budweiser 27, enter the fray just behind. We very possibly might go flag to flag here, so we'll work it in as we go. We'd like to thank our other sponsor for tonight, FR Racing's Garage Talk. As always, you can join FR Racing's Garage Talk as DJ Pluck and Eric Richardson every Friday morning discuss the world of motorsports, both real and simulated. This week's episode, DJ and Eric recap the week in iRacing, discuss the long winless streak, and officially announce Showtime Esports Manager, which, as we mentioned, is the sponsor tonight and will be the sponsor for our championship races moving forward. Again, that's FR Racing's Garage Talk on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. Garnigan trying to make it for P4 on the inside of Chaney now. And another one away. Hunter Hughes is absolutely going to take another point off the table in most laps led, but it is going to be for no avail because Buchanan is exactly where he needs to be. And in his plans, Tyler Chaney is right where he needs to be. I really need my Wi-Fi to just hold on for 12 more laps. Dad, if I can have thoughts and prayers from my Wi-Fi router to just hold on for a little bit longer, because we are so close. How about Garrett Jarnigan? E5 in the standings. This could be an ending for the season he's looking for as well. His first podium finish potentially since the opener, Jan 6th. At Chicagoland, could he get it done? The battle for the bottom step of the podium is heating up. And these guys continue to bring more in the mix. Barker doing so good to white line here to try and defend. Warboy trying to do the same on Chaney further back. Now Warboy looking for his second top 5 finish of the season. 10 laps to go from Michigan. And the 14th running of Wednesday Night Dash. And Buchanan is right there with him. Is the risk smaller than the reward here? At the very best, it's a win to bookend another dominant championship season for the number 4. At the very worst, it'll end in the wall. In a championship that was all but wrapped up, going the way of the rookie in the number 7. Does he reserve or is he going for it? He's continuing to study, and Garrett Jarnigan is continuing to give Hughes and Buchanan all the insurance they need to duke it out. He's got his way back on the podium, and he is bottlenecked Nick Warboy, Tyler Chaney, and Jacob Barker. Now it's Warboy's turn to challenge for the bottom step of the podium. He's got a little bit of ways to go. But look at this. Dawson Buchanan on the low side with 8 laps to go, trying to find his way back to the lead. Hunter Hughes forced to the high side. Will try and defend. He'll cross him up coming out of turn number 2. Gloves have coming off. They're touching. Racing like there's nothing on the line. Wednesday night dash racing at its finest. Hunter Hughes back to the lead. And Dawson Buchanan continuing to pedal here, giving the bumper to Hughes. He wants this more than any other race. Nearly into the wall coming out of turn number 2. And Dawson Buchanan, if your heart isn't going a little bit faster right now, you are not a racer. And many in chat understand that the guy behind the wheel of this 4 is driving with far more testicular mass than many of us would have in this situation. Here he goes again to the low side, coming out of turn number 2. Locking horns on the back straightaway, banging doors again on the straightaway. This will give Jarnigan a chance. And Hughes still has some juice on the high line. Five laps to go in the season. Hughes looking for his first win in a very long time. And again, Buchanan just trying to bookend a championship season. He said back on the podium wasn't enough. He needed to be on the top steps. And Dawson Buchanan continues to battle with him. Out in front. 5 laps to go for Michigan. Does Hughes have anything left in the 18? Or is the Carolina Cowboy gonna ride off into the sunset? Garrett Jarnigan nearly 2.5 seconds now clear of Warboy. He's got that bottom step locked in. We are still not confident in who your leader is in this championship. And could lifting coast be a factor? Hughes came in with everybody, but again, he has had no draft like everybody behind him. That Toyota V8 having to work a little bit extra. Buchanan is indeed building that gap. It was a tightrope walk for Dawson Buchanan to even consider making that move. But what a phenomenal drive from the guy in the 4. The number 4 driver for JM Motorsports. Works at a golf course full time and has just wanted to pursue his passion of racing. And coming from, simply put, the heart of NASCAR country. He just needs 4 more corners to stack another trophy in a guy that is becoming one of the greats in Wednesday Night Dash. Hunter Hughes started the season so strong, threw everything he could at it. It took a rookie with godlike speed to potentially challenge him, and his long-term battle buddy, Garrett Jarnigan, Nick Warboy, Jacob Barker, everybody trying to work their way in. But the number 4 has been simply put untouchable. And out of turn 4 for the final time, it's the number 4 who's back on top in Wednesday Night Dash Championship. Back to back for Dawson Buchanan. He'll end 2025 and start 2024 with Wednesday Night Dash titles, and does so in dominant fashion. And with a roll of the dice on a move for Hunter Hughes to end it with a win. And those who dare to dash have been rewarded time and time again, and none more than this man right here. Another championship to his name. He's done plenty of burnouts before, but with the drive he's had tonight and the trophies that are waiting at the end, you get the feeling this is a little bit more special. Look at some of the great drives in Wednesday Night Dash history. And we've had some very, very close finishes, some very dominant drives. But to make a move in the closing stanzas, to put an exclamation point on a season like that, it's something special. We'll let him keep burning them down. Here's how they line up, though, after 60 laps here in Michigan. Buchanan, your leader, your winner, and your champion. Hunter Hughes in second. Buchanan just nuked his motor. Jarnigan in third. Nick Warboy, Tyler Chaney, both picking up top fives. Warboy, his second of the season. Chaney is 10th. Or excuse me, no, his 6th. Jacob Barker, Robert Lewis, Matthew Faust, John Miles, and Jax Malin round out your top 10. Chris Fuge, Lucas Puntarelli, Bill Molefield, DJ Fluck, JP Jones is 15th. Connor Fuse and Wesley Fuge 16th and 17th. Lane Snow round out your field of 18th to end off our final race of the season. Let's hear from your podium here after 60 grueling laps to end off the season, and getting started with Garrett Jarnigan in the 32. My friend, you turned up the wick late. You get yourself back on the podium for the first time since Chicagoland. Describe the closing laps there behind the wheel.
Yeah, I just tried to stay safe behind the big pack that was in front of me. They were fighting each other a lot, getting in the wall a little bit, and I just picked them off when I could, and fortunately burned myself up trying to get to the front and didn't have a chance to race Hunter Dawson, but overall happy with the result tonight.
It's good to have you back up here. Who do you want to thank for this podium?
Just SMR teammates, FR Racing for having us out, and the broadcast team as always.
Keep it going over here. Hunter Hughes in the 18 finds himself on the podium for the 4th time this season. You were looking for another victory there. Championship was always going to be a half-court shot, but talk to me about that race. Talk to me about that closing battle there with Dawson.
You know, I thought I did everything right today. Started qualified good, started up in the front, managed tires well. I felt like I had a good idea on how to manipulate the air, but at the end of the day, the better car won, and congrats to Dawson.
Who do you want to thank for this podium?
You know, the SMR guys, the FR Racing guys, you and the booth put on a great show, no matter if it's on Tuesday night or Wednesday night.
All right, that's fine.
And yeah.
Good stuff, Hunter. And we will go on to your now reigning and defending champion, Dawson Buchanan, who wins tonight here in Michigan. I don't know if you knew this, Dawson. That was not a move you had to make to lock in this championship at all. Did you know that before you started sending it?
Yeah, I definitely knew what the picture was, and but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm there to win. So, I'm gonna do everything I can to throw it out there, and if it's a championship I'm putting on the line for a win, it's probably not the smartest thing, but I'm a racer at the end of the day. So
It was definitely gutsy. And I mean, you burned it down a little bit extra tonight. Back-to-back championships here in Wednesday Night Dash. Describe that emotion to me.
yeah, well, I'm super happy. I mean, this one was definitely it was difficult. This one could have went a lot of different ways, and I'm happy that we went to the cautions, because I think that makes it that much more interesting. Like, what if a caution comes out there with 5 laps to go?
Right.
Anything can happen. But yeah, I mean, I'm just super thankful. I want to shout out all these JM guys, Matt for coming in too, and B2 Ag Drones, American Antler Company, Dr. Pepper, everybody who was on the car. And yeah, it's super fun season, and hopefully I can come do it again next season.
Sounds like a plan. Your season 14 Wednesday Night Dash champion. Congrats, Dawson.
Thank you.
And man, that'll be it. Off for a couple weeks here. Obviously, we'll keep going on Tuesday nights with IRWS. Hopefully, we'll see some more guys filling that with a little bit of extra time off. And we'll be back here in about a month and a half time and jumping over in the trucks. And we'll do it for 10 more rounds for the 15th time in Wednesday Night Dash history. Hope to see you there with us, and we thank you, as always, for taking a couple Wednesdays nights out of your very busy schedules, either to come race, to come watch, or to just be a part of our little community we're building here on this cool little corner of the internet. Thank you so much, as always, for letting me tell your story. As always, I thank Eric Richardson, DJ Fluck, for letting me tell your guys' stories. It's genuinely a lot of fun. It's something I look forward to at work every single day. And I put it in the Discord. It's never not absolute cinema. Looking forward to doing it again here in just a couple weeks' time. But obviously, we keep going with the World Series and whatnot. Always something to do here in FR Racing and Stadium Scene TV. Thanks for sticking around with us, though. For everybody at FR Racing and Stadium Scene TV, I'm Jackson Lambros. So long, everyone.